and Metroid games, Hollow Knight would still probably be pretty close to the top of a list. It's a Metroidvania that takes influence and inspiration from plenty of clear places, but combines those concepts with countless fresh ideas of its own to make something truly incredible. And it's the combination of all of those individual parts that makes the whole so much more impressive. Its charming hand-drawn art style, its haunting soundtrack, its flexible combat systems, its satisfying movement mechanics, and the mysterious catacombs, the list goes on and on, as all those aspects and more are packed in to work in beautiful tandem. Hollow Knight is filled to the brim with interesting decisions to make the whole way through, too. From choosing to go left or right first, to deciding whether or not to challenge the imposing optional boss, or to figuring out which of the many charms you should use to modify your playstyle. As a result, its exploration and unlocks feel personal, providing a natural sense of progression to its meticulously laid out halls. And don't let the appearance of its tiny bugs fool you. Hollow Knight's world is a sprawling subterranean maze that gives you plenty of paths to chase down and creative enemies to fight to keep you exploring for dozens of hours. Hollow Knight is without a doubt a modern classic.
Everything. So I hope today will be even as great.
And that's our list. What are some of your favorite Metroidvanias? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and while you're here, why not take a look at some of our other top 10s, like the top 10 Souls-likes or the top 10 Mario levels. And for everything else, keep it here on IGN.
Man, they just got no chill. So, how are you guys this morning? Are you playing wherever you are? How are you guys doing? I don't.
Sonic's done a lot in 30 years. He's been a pioneer of the high-speed 2D platformer, an Olympic athlete, a respectable kart racing enthusiast, a fighter, a TV star, and a Hollywood blockbuster movie star as well. But
you know, funny, I have not
open world.
I've never ever watched the Sonic movies as yet.
I was fortunate enough to be one of the first people outside of Sonic Team to go
I saw it on Netflix the other day. I might check it out. And check it out.
About how the blue blur will
at least before the summer is over.
Crush 40 probably
I'm definitely gonna check it out.
Open your heart. It's gonna be alright.
It's supposed to be awesome though, because I've seen good reviews of it, and
the first thing that struck
based
me
on what I
about
see, it
Sonic
looks
Frontiers
cool.
was how uniquely somber and
However,
right
for
from the outset.
this
After flying
game,
into a
the Sonic
wormhole
game,
with Tails and Amy, Sonic finds himself separated from his friends and
I would
all
say
alone
that
on an
I haven't
isolated
seen
island,
anything very
with nothing but an
compelling
AI
of it.
voice guiding him
I've
to
seen
collect
the
chaos. There's no one for Sonic to bounce
based on the
clips off of,
stuff
no
that I've
energetic
seen
Crush 40
off
soundtrack,
the
just
games.
wide open fields as far as the eye can see. There's an air of mystery in Sonic Frontiers, and it's a vibe that's
doesn't
driven home even
look
further
that good. Why is it so blurry? Why are the streams so blurry?
As he explores the island.
I don't know why this stream's so blurry. What? Yeah, it doesn't look all that good, to be honest.
All of this is a very intentional choice. I asked Sonic Team head Takashi Izuka to describe how the tone of Sonic Frontiers differs from previous Sonic games.
But
he said,
hopefully,
past games in the Sonic series have taken different tones depending on their stories and themes. This time, these mysterious islands are the game's major setting. That's why our artists have worked hard to create a mysterious mood. Of course, the big new change in Sonic Frontiers is the shift from purely linear levels to a huge open world where Sonic can freely run in any direction.
like sometimes
But Sonic Team doesn't like to use the term open world to describe Sonic.
I prefer an
Frontiers' gameplay.
I prefer a linear game
World games like Zelda or other AAA games fundamentally have
with a
RPG
good
or
story
adventure
than an
elements.
open world
Sonic, the
game
core
that
here
is
is a
trying so
3D
hard to
action
keep
Our
you
basic idea was to have that
with a
take
lackluster
place in
story
open
and trying so hard to
space.
keep
What sets
you
Sonic Frontiers apart is
interacting.
this approach to an open game world.
So the
Having
story
played
is
Sonic
crap
Frontiers for
and
about
the
4
gameplay
hours, it's easy to
normally
see what
cannot
Izuka-san
hold
means.
up
Sonic Frontiers'
in terms of an
open zone design is
open
very
world
different from any
construct.
other open world I've played.
And that's
It's a giant
just
playground.
my
Every
take
few
on
feet,
it.
There's a bumper spring that bounces you
This
like a
looks
pinball
very
between
blurry.
5 other bumpers before putting you on one of the many grindable rail tracks.
And
Or a speed
it's
ramp that sets you on a
on
completely
the highest
different path
one.
leading to some
I
other
don't know.
collectible or reward. Or a line of rings that you can lightspeed dash into. Essentially, they've taken that core appeal of every Sonic level having multiple paths that eventually loop back around to the main one, and applied that to these giant non-linear open zones.
Explorer.
One thing that has to be noted is that very few of these elements are built into the environmental design, meaning that rails,
yeah, guys,
platforms,
check out my
springs,
social
and so
media.
on are
You
just
can, it's in the
inexplicably
description
floating in the air all
below,
around, which
I
isn't
believe.
totally
But if
unusual
not,
for a Sonic
you
game,
will
but
be
it
seeing
feels
it coming up on the
especially
screen from
jarring
time to
Frontiers in
time. You can just
particular
check it out,
because of the
follow
frequent
me,
and sudden
and
pop-in of these
to keep
objects
up to date.
and the otherwise very
Post cool
naturalistic
stuff about
art
it
style.
sometimes.
Of course, it's worth emphasizing that this
Sometimes.
gameplay and the version that I played were from an early build, but this is definitely an area that I would hope to see improvement in the final version.
Okay, so
Beyond
this,
that, there are
okay.
also a wide variety of
Because that's
puzzles
one of
and
the
challenges
concerns
are
that people are
littered
having,
throughout
that
the
it
zone,
doesn't
and
look
completing them
that
is
fluid,
kind of
doesn't look that
uncovered
good. So
sections
I
of your
hope,
map.
so he
Most of
confirms
these
that
are very
it's from an
simple,
earlier
requiring you
build.
to orient the
So
statue
that's
the correct
good,
way,
that's cool.
quickly hop back and forth between colored tiles, or use Sonic's new side loop ability
That's
to draw
cool.
circles around certain objects in the environment to interact with them. The best ones, though, are the races against the clock, where you have to get from point A to point B in a limited amount of time.
We have 6
The
minutes to
openness of
go.
Frontiers level design
So
makes
if you have
straightforward
things to
races
do,
like
go
these
do
a
them
ton
now.
of
Grab
fun,
a cup of
because
coffee
you
if
have
you
to
need
try and
to.
improvise a path to the end
Because
that
we're gonna
might not
have.
be immediately obvious.
Hold up.
There are some exceptions, but combat in traditional Sonic games generally isn't a thing that goes much deeper than jumping, rolling,
Be
or
right
using
back,
a
gotta
homing
fix
attack into enemies at
something.
the right time. That changes in Sonic Frontiers, which now has you fighting all sorts of wandering enemies and mini-bosses using an all-new array of incredibly flashy attacks. It's not all style and no substance though. Sonic is able to quickly dodge using the bumper buttons on the gamepad, and by pressing them together, he can even parry attacks with the right timing. His homing attack also feels much more powerful, landing with a ton of impact and keeping Sonic stuck to his enemy, allowing for a flurry of follow-up strikes. One of the things I really appreciate about the combat from what I played is that there are usually multiple ways to deal with specific enemies. Like, take for example this guy, who has an impenetrable shell that he can expand into spinning blades and throw at you. One way to deal with him is just to carefully time your homing attacks so you don't get hit by the blades. But if you do that, the window to damage him is small. To increase that window, you can either parry the blades and knock them away right before they hit you, or you can even use Sonic's side loop ability to encircle the enemy